Hello, back again. Today we are going to do combination palettes. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of Soda Pop and I'm going to be a little bit of NYX Ultra Brights. Hey, thanks for joining me. It's Nicole Dominique from Nicole Beauty Co. So of course my canvas is completely prepped. I've got eyebrows on and we're going to dip right in. And the first color we're going to be going with is Root Beer. We're going to pop that in the crease. Something I wanted to talk about, and I've been thinking about it a while, is how it's very interesting to me that some of my favorite beauty influencers are actually either androgynous or gay, but they're generally chromosomally male, so to speak. And you know, I grew up in a different time. I was born in 1970, and so for me, generally makeup was the purview of women. But when I grew up and moved to California when I was 21 from rural Pennsylvania, the best makeup artists I knew were drag queens. I mean, they were transformative. They were amazing. And I kind of see that in the beauty space. I feel like some of the really top makeup people are not straight white guys, so to speak. So one of my favorite influencers in terms of transformation is Jeffree Star, but there's plenty of others who are fantastic. But in terms of pure creativity and a sense of color, he's amazing. So I'm stamping this in to try to get a little bit of a darker vibe going on here. I'm not trying to feather that out to the point where I don't have anything on it. And for me, because I've got hooded eyes, I just have to go a little higher than most people to get the shadow to actually show. So I tend to wear pretty high arches in my eyebrows for that very reason, because essentially I only have maybe 30 to 40% of my lid to play with that's actually going to show unless I get eyelid surgery at some point. Which isn't off the table, I might totally do it, but not today. The problem with getting eyelid surgery, you're gonna have a scar. Anyway, so back to the boys. There are so many great women and men who do makeup, but there's something I find really mesmerizing about watching men do it. I guess, I don't know why, it's just always been that way. And I kind of wonder, is there any area of life that's traditionally a chromosomal gender's purview? And I'm thinking probably not. So we're going to go right into Cola Float. We're going to blend our root beer up. And I'm making sure that I'm going to preserve that little negative space underneath my eyes. I'm going into chilling. I'm just going to take a looser brush and kind of feather blend just a little bit. But it's funny, you know, to me that like something that I traditionally associate with women, makeup, the people I enjoy watching the most aren't women. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if it's just purely because it's different or because they look so damn good. I don't know. But it is kind of interesting to me that I would say, probably without having any business knowledge of this, that the majority of people who buy makeup are women, and the minority is men. and I would say it's probably an overwhelming majority are chromosomal women. And then you've got, you know, everyone else who identifies differently. So does that mean that ultimately men do a better job of selling, even if they are androgynous or gay or trans to chromosomal women, than anyone else? Why is that? I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, so on the bottom outside corner, we're going to do a cherry on top. And I'm going to overlay that ever so slightly on the root beer on the crease. Stamping that in, trying to get a good base going here. Okay, so here is where I'm pulling in my NYX palette because I want a flat, light purple, and I'm going to go with this. They don't have names on this. This is a light lilac color. Inner corner with a light lilac. And I am going to overlay a color over that, but I just wanted a little bit of a base for that color to adhere to. And already I can tell you I am not loving how the root beer is holding. I feel like the root beer has kind of gone from a deep dark color to nothing at all with the blending. So after I put on my grape pop mixed with cherry cola that I'm going to overlay on the inside, I'm going to go back in and try to deepen up oh yeah, I love that. Little bit of fallout. All right, I'm going to use a smudge brush in an attempt to pick up a little bit more of this root beer product. Try to get it to go darker. So I would not say that this is necessarily the most pigmented palette I've ever used in my life, but it's a drugstore brand. It was 10 bucks. You know, 10 bucks is not too bad. And last but not least, I'm taking Tonic, which is kind of like a creamy foil color. I'm popping that only in the center of the lower lid. So there we have it. All right, so let's do a little bit of eyeliner. And I'm gonna go off camera for my eyeliner, and I will be back and we're gonna chat a little more in depth. All right, so back again with some eyeliner. I've got some lipstick on. In this case, it is MAC and the color is Rubenine. So, you know, when I think about makeup, I gotta be honest, I tend to think about women, and yet the influencers that I'm most entertained by are generally men. And I don't know why it is that like certain things just seem so right. And when I watch a androgynous gay man put on his makeup, it's like magical because it's so good. It's so much better than the makeup I do that it's just mesmerizing to me. It's like they're otherworldly, like a fairy creature, just something so magical and amazing. Something that I don't feel like no matter how hard I reach, I could really ever get in my hands. And I don't know why that is, but I kind of wonder, you know, why I feel like men do so much better at makeup than women. There's tremendous female makeup artists who are creative, who are amazing, and yet men tend to entertain me. And I don't know if that's because I spent a lot of time in the LBGQT community in the Bay Area when I lived there. I don't know what it is, but there's something so transformative about watching a guy put his makeup on that maybe it's, I don't know what it is. I don't know. You let me know in the comments. Hey, if you like my work, I would love it if you gave me a heart, gave me a comment, gave me some hate, whatever you're feeling. Go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and I will catch you next time. Oh, final note, NYX, significantly more pigmented and seems to have a lot more staying powder than the Maybelline Soda Pop. Now, I've used the Maybelline Soda Pop in the past, and I didn't seem to have a problem with it, but today I could not get this to keep from falling out. Every time I blend, fall out, blend, fall out. So I'm going to try this one more time, but if the same thing happens, it could be merely that my technique has changed since August when I came onto YouTube, and this is not cutting it for me anymore. And I also have a lot more high-end makeup than I've ever owned in my life, so it could just be that because I'm comparing it to indie levels and luxury levels of makeup, and I do think there is a difference in the formulas in terms of the ingredients and the blendability and the pigmentation. Not every time, but a lot of times. Honestly, a lot of times if you pay a little bit more, you're getting a little bit better product. And not just the packaging, although I love packaging, and packaging is my favorite thing, and were I ever to have a makeup line of my own, probably picking the colors, the color names, and picking out the packaging by far would be my favorite part. That would be amazing. But I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this. So I'm going to try this Soda Pop again because, like I said, I've used it before and liked it. But this time I just just kept falling out, falling out, falling out, falling out. I don't have time for that. I don't have time, ladies. Okay. Have a fantastic day. I am off to vote in our local elections. Have a wonderful time. Bye.